Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations. I am your host, as always, LaToya Amos. I am the founder and broker of Power Management Group. Power Management Group is a financial services. I specialize in life insurance, health insurance, supplemental benefits, retirement, so on and so forth. So I am your life, health, and accident agent for the state of Louisiana and for the state of Texas. Also can help you if you're interested more with Medicare Part D and things like that. So we are going to jump into our topic today. I'm bringing something special, and I wish that I had known about this sooner, but some great information landed in my email just over this weekend and realized that July is actually National Military Consumer Protection Month. So I received some information through one of my subscriptions with FDIC. And with that information, I learned a lot about how we can help and protect our servicemen and our service women. Okay. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be sharing some great information and some ways that, again, that I can help you all. So I'm going to go ahead and get in here and share my screen here. So as I said, we're going to talk about smart money. So this was like the newsletter that I received from the FDIC. And so in this newsletter here, there's so much that we can cover, and I can't wait to really dive into it because it's all about money smart. Just different ways to protect yourself, building your credit, all of that, using credit cards, knowing how to the borrowing basics, credit reports, and scores. But again, the message for July from FDIC is that it is National Military Consumer Protection Month. And so this is basically a time to increase the financial readiness of service members, veterans, and military families. And so that's exactly what we're going to be tapping into. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing that I want to share with you all as I go into, okay, so as you see here, I actually have a financial resources for your military career. This is like, when I tell you it's some great information, if you are a service member, veteran, military family member, and you want this information, please reach out to me. I would be happy to email this to you. But it's a roadmap to your military career. So it talks about pre-military services, how to get educated on how to make smart financial decisions, setting financial goals, which we're going to get into a piece of setting financial goals, which we call smart money. Okay. The basic training. So, how to read your military pay statement, how to choose a bank account, things like that. First duty station. You think about a lot of people get in the military, that's when you start accumulating things, especially first thing people want to do, they want to buy a car and want to buy a nice car because you guys have excellent interest rates on when it comes to home loans, auto, banking, things like that. So you definitely want to take advantage of those military benefits, right? So this part here helps you to understand how auto loans work, how to invest and things like that. Then they talk about advanced training. So how to create a cash flow tracker, deployment. They go into after deployment. So even when you're deployed, they talk about how to cancel your auto lease, how to earn guaranteed 10% interest while deployed. So look, while we're on this is really interesting to me because this is like an additional savings account, right? So they talk about the savings deposit program. And so what this is, so if you're a combat deployment, so it's in your future that you definitely want to make sure that you're saving money while you're away from home, okay? Because I think we've all have heard stories about people that got deployed and sending money back, and things happen, or you come back home and you really don't have anything. So this savings, this they call it a SDP. This savings account, you'll earn 10% interest before you deploy. So This program is an effective way to build up your savings to help you and your family achieve your financial goals. So, and they talk about the different ways how you're eligible to use this program. So to me, it seems like if you're going to be deployed, and especially in like major areas down here, you will definitely be eligible for this. So why use the savings deposit program? So again, the SDP earns you 10% interest on every dollar saved during combat deployment. And it says most commercial savings account earn no more than 1 or 2%. So you can do 10% interest on every dollar up to $10,000, and the program help you to reach your short and long-term financial goals more quickly. So again, how you choose to deposit, you don't have to deposit a whole lot of money in here to get this thing started. But after you return home, you continue to earn this 10% interest for 90 days after you come back home. So that is like, it's major. That is major, a major benefit, should I say. So again, if you want this information, I can go in deeper into it with you. But it's some great information on here. And it does talk about how much to deposit. Deposits can't be for more than your monthly pay and allowance after allotments. You can't go over your monthly pay after all deductions and allotments, including special pays and reenlistment and bonuses. Deposit must be made in amounts divisible by 5, so such as $50, 115, and so on, with a minimum deposit of $5. So members are permitted to make more than one deposit a month. Okay, so you can start this with as little as $5, but you can't make more than one deposit a month. Okay, so again, great source. And this comes from the Military One Source site. This is where this is from. All of this information here, of course, is found on the, I found this through FDIC, okay? Combing through and reading what they send me. And then again, I clicked right from this map, this career map. And as you see, they have so many different links. They talk about reassignments, promotions, reenlistment. You know, we know a lot of people, once their term is up, they'll reenlist. So they talk about that. So the thing that I want to talk to you guys about as well, as you know, there was a very interesting piece on them keeping their life insurance. Now, look, I have ran into several people over the course of my career that have jump back home. There we go. Okay, so I have ran into several military personnel over the years in my career. And many of them have talked to me about, hey, I'm about to, retire, I'm about to come out the service. And I want to keep my life insurance benefits, because while you're in there, they're paying for your benefits. But once you come out, you have to get these things on your own. And so that process to me was very new. Some of them I did work with, some of them, like I said, I did not. But seeing this here, this information allowed me to better be able to tap in and to help them. So I'm going to show you, let's see what piece I want to pull up next. I'm going to share something with you. So this piece here talks about totally disabled or terminally ill policyholders. So if you have VA life insurance coverage and you become totally disabled or terminally ill, you may be eligible for certain benefit options. Your spouse may also be eligible for certain options if diagnosed with terminal illness as well. So you may be, wondering like, well, why is this important? It is because you definitely want to keep what you have in place. And the great thing is there is an absolute way that we can do this where you do not have to go through any underwriting. And you'll be able to see here in just a moment you'll be able to see. I'm sharing another page with you here. This page here is actually showing the companies. So if you decide that you want to get a standalone, these are the companies here, and we definitely will. We will definitely go through that. So this section here is talking about SGLI extension for policyholders who become disabled. So can I get a free extension on my SGLI coverage if I'm disabled when I leave the military? So you may be able to keep your coverage for up to 2 years after the date that you left the military if you meet both of these requirements. So both of these must be true. You're within your 2 years of separation date, and you're totally disabled or have a certain condition. Okay. Waiver premiums for policyholders who become totally disabled. Waiver of premium means you won't have to pay your life insurance premium. This is the same thing that I always put on my clients' policies. Waiver premium is so important. So that means that the monthly payments you make hold your policy. So if you become sick or disabled for more than 6 months, the insurance then will come in and pick up those premiums for you, and they will pay them for you. Okay, so that it works the same way for us civilians as it does for military policyholders. Um, and again, if you have to come out the military benefits, these are the companies here that they have said how to convert your SGLI or FSGLI or VGLI coverage into an individual policy. And I'm gonna tell you something, with these individual policies, just know that they do not cover if you want a term policy, if you want a universal, or if you want a variable. It has to be a permanent product. It has to be meaning whole life. Okay. And that's for you and for your spouse. If you divorce while you're in the military, you guys have 120 days. You have up to 120 days to get yourself converted into a policy. And again, um, you do not have to show that you are, in good health or anything. Okay. So that's a great thing. So I'm just saying you don't have to go through underwriting is what I'm trying to say. And again, these are the companies here. So American Fidelity Life Insurance Company, EMC National Life Insurance Company, Guardian. I'm brokered with Guardian Life Insurance Company of Alabama, Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance. People may know that as Mass Mutual. I'm contracted with them as well. Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, New York Life Insurance Company. So if you guys out there, if anybody is working with New York Life, if you're an agent with them and you happen to see this, definitely reach out to some military personnel in your area and find out what they're doing, have that conversation with them and their families, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people right now who are applying for full disability and things like that, or maybe terminally ill, or whatever it may be. But there is a lot of transition going on at this time. Okay. Northwestern Mutual Insurance Company is another. Prudential. I'm also contracted with Prudential, and then Trans World Assurance Company. So I was very excited to know that some of the names on here I'm currently working with. So if I come across someone, I'll definitely be able to help them. I'll definitely be able to help them for sure. And again, this information is valid from July 1st, 2024. So basically, it's like for hot off the press through June 30th of 2025. Okay. So again, if something that I'm showing you today that you want this information, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to get this information to you, because I want you to have it. That's why we have these conversations. So again, this is the information that was also listed on the roadmap. So this is Service Members Group Life Insurance for Traumatic Injury Protection Program. So they call it TSGLI. Okay, and it's administered by the Office of Service Members Group Life Insurance. So if you have any questions, and it depends on your branch, you see you got Army, Marine Corps, Navy, all of that. You can reach out to them if you're trying to submit a claim and all of that kind of stuff. you definitely can reach out to them. You can ask them questions. But this here is a 17 sheet about, who is eligible, what's a traumatic event. Um, so let's look at this just a little bit closer. I don't want to move too fast. So what are they saying is a traumatic event? So a traumatic event is the application of external force, violence, chemical, biological, or radiological weapons, accidental ingestion of a contaminant substance, or exposure to the elements that cause damage to your body. So traumatic events include insects and animal bites, freezing, excessive temperatures, and non-penetrating blast waves. And what is a traumatic injury? So a traumatic injury is the physical damage to your body that results from a traumatic event. That's the definition. And so then they have what is a qualifying loss on here. So that information is listed. And then how to file the claim. That information is also available, telling you what you have to do, step 1, 2, and 3 here. And then completing the form here. So all of the information is right here. There's actually the claim form and authorization. So it looks like all this section here is going to be all your basic information that you would have. You have to have that third party, if it applies to you, third party authorization, guardian of power attorney or military trustee, if that applies to you, the traumatic injury information there, and then what's qualifying as a loss. So, and you'll put in that information they have here. There's a box for you to describe your traumatic injury information here. But yeah, so I have all of this here for you. Um, so if you need this information, I am more than happy to share with you all. And another thing, so say that you have a policy, you're military and you have a policy. There is definitely a site. I'm gonna see if we can get back to this. There is a site that you can go to check and see, well, I think I have money that's owed to me. How do I find that? And so let's see. I wanted to show, and it's very easy. All you had to do was put your information in there. Um, hmm, okay. All right. I don't see that. Okay, I don't see that link. I don't have that tab up, but that's okay. So, but there is a site. So if you were beneficiary on someone's stuff, and for some reason you feel like, I know that there was a policy out there, and I can't find it. There is a site that you can go in and type in that person's information, and it will let you know if there's a policy out there. So again, these are just some of the basic things that I found that I really wanted to share before the last day of July. And so, they were saying on the FDIC that more than 50% of our enlisted military personnel currently in the US are ages 25 and younger. So not 25 and older, but 25 and younger. So that means we have more young adults that's entering in the military probably right after high school. We're seeing this more and more. And so, like I said, 21% are ages 26 to 30. So we have more people really under the age of 35, that are military personnel, and we really want to get this information to them. We want you to know about money smarts, and how to bank well, and knowing about your loan options when it comes to making big purchases. Buying vehicles are big ticket items, and buying a home is as well. If you get deployed for some reason and you're going to be stationed somewhere 3 years or so, and you want to take your vehicle, there's information on that. Whether you're leasing it or you're buying it right out, there's certain rules and regulations about even taking your vehicle overseas or stopping your leasing payments. So there's information about that, also. There's, like I said, it's just a whole roadmap to your career, a whole roadmap. So the last thing, and as we're talking about money and we're talking about budgeting, I definitely want to share, this with you. So there is a money goal financial planning worksheet. I've had several people to ask me, in the recent past, can you help me with financial planning? Can you help me to come up with a savings plan, every month? And I'm always like, okay. But for me, I'm be honest, I'm not a financial planner per se. So this is not something that I do, even though I know how to do it. But guess what, guys? We got a roadmap. We got a template. And that's what I love about learning and getting things through the FDIC, because they're gonna keep you up and they make things so easy. There's even modules that I'll be happy to go with and teach you guys. They're very interactive. But let's go through this together, because this is so amazing here. So this is a financial planning worksheet. So this is my new money goal. So if you're setting your sights on a new goal, once you decided what you're saving for, how much, and by when, you're ready to use this worksheet and look at your budget and commit to a new savings plan. Okay. So what we do in here, we use that SMART, when that acronym, we're going to use that right here in this section here. So basically you're identifying who is the person, and that person is you. Your name will go here, the date of your goal as of, and then you put the date in. Okay. Your goal amount, how much you're trying to, like the dollar amount that you're trying to get to, by the number of years, which equal to the month number of months. Okay, goes in here. And then the reason why are we saving? We have to identify what is the thing that we're saving for. Okay, and you want to reach your goal by this date. So it's letting you know that you need to save such and such per month. So you're going to put in your goal amount minus how many months. So this part here is pretty much self-explanatory, but this is where we really have to be very transparent. We have to be completely transparent. We want to talk about your monthly income. Okay. So in this section, they already give you an example. So like this example, job one, month one, $435. Month two, $480. Month three, $485. Then you're going to average this. This is going to, so you total up all three, and add all three, and then divide, and then you'll get your average. Okay. And that's what you want to do for each one. Okay. And that'll give you, when you do it though, please don't include the example, but you'll take each one of your earned incomes each month, and you'll total it up, divide by three, and get your average. And then we scroll on down, and then you're examining your monthly expenses. So this is where you really dive in deep. You're looking at your home, mortgage, rent, telephone, utilities, internet, cable, maintenance. Do you have any credit cards or any loans out? This is the family portion: daycare, child support, alimony payments, tuition, school supplies, activities, clothing, laundry, dry cleaning, etc. Things that keep your household running, right? Then we talk about our groceries. Okay, transportation, fuel, parking, tolls, public transportation, maintenance on the car, your car insurance. Then you got your health over here, your web service, internet, mobile data plan, subscriptions. I'm telling you, when I say they break this down, they really make you think. Entertainment, and then miscellaneous things, gifts and donations, and pet supplies, and all that good stuff. We put all of that, okay, in here, and we're going to do the same thing. We want to get our total. Okay. So even if it's zero, you still going to put this in, because you want to do the math. So again, you add the three amounts across the row, and then you divide them by three. Okay. And then when you get down to the bottom, this is to review your savings goals. So we'll fill in this part here. And at the bottom, so you're going to see what's available for your new goal. So you're going to take that average monthly income minus the average monthly expenses, then minus your average monthly savings. This will tell you how much you're actually able to save a month. Okay. And then for this section is seeing when you can reach your goal. So you got your new money goal divided by months equals the monthly amount you need. And then can I reach my goal? So this is what you have available. Remember this up here? We did all of this to get this, what they're asking. What's available to save, plus or minus, and then monthly amount needed, which was up here. And this will tell you if the money available to save is more than the monthly amount you need. If so, congratulations. So it's not very hard for us to do this. And then guess what? You're going to make a promise to yourself. When you're doing this, you're going to make a promise to yourself. Okay. So you're going to fill in what am I saving for, my goal amount over how many years, whether it's 1 year, 12 months, whatever it is. You'll put the months here. Where am I saving my money at? Do I plan to use direct deposit or schedule automatic transfers? I'm going to tell you, direct deposit is the best way to do it, because when you don't see it, you don't miss it. So if you can just go to your HR, or you can do this on your own. If you're self-employed, this is something that you can do yourself. You go ahead and make those automatic transfers. Okay. And I would say go ahead and make it into a whole separate account, something that you can't touch. So you can do a lot of banking, as you know, through online banking or whatever, but I would either go ahead, take that money out immediately and make a deposit, or write yourself a check out and then go ahead and make that deposit. But um, either way, go ahead and do what you have to do. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So this is something that's really, really great if you're someone that you've been wanting to set up a budget for yourself and you just don't know where to start, or how to start, and you need help with this. I'll be happy to sit down and help you. But I'm going to tell you guys something. The great thing about knowing your numbers, when you come to me and you say, LaToya, I need a life insurance policy, because I'm always asking people, okay, well, do you know exactly how much you need? Because some people do. We have some high earners out here. Some people actually know, well, I need a policy that's going to cover this, this, and that. My business is valued at, $2 million right now, or it's valued at $20 million. They want to make sure that they have something in place, because this definitely helps with estate planning and things like this. But these are your numbers. So the same thing that you're doing when it comes to that financial budget sheet, those will be some of the same things that I'm going to ask you when we're creating this plan, this life insurance plan for you. Just like when we looked at your home, your rent, your mortgage, all that stuff. We're looking at gas and groceries and whatnot. We're looking at tuition. We're looking at, some people pay tuition for their children to go to school. So it's not just like your tuition or college tuition. It's things that are happening right now. Daycare expenses, activities, buying clothes and stuff. These are all essential needs. Like you have to have these things. Some things we can go without on the entertainment side, but when you think about Wi-Fi and things like that, we need that. You do. So when we're building out this plan, we want to write down everything that is important to you today. Like if something was to happen to your family today, what are the things that's most important that you want to keep? That's where we get that number from. And I always tell people, it's not my number. I didn't pull it out the sky. I didn't make it up. This is your number. And the reason why we picked this number is because this is what we're looking at covering. This is what we want to keep in place. If my children are going to a school and I'm paying $5,000, a year, for them to go or whatever, I want them to continue going to that school, till they graduate, or, from pre-K through 8th grade, and then they go to a magnet school or whatever. But you want to make sure that that money's set in place. That's important. We need to put that into the plan. So just like we're working this and doing this for our military, families, and we're talking about, goals and money goals, for these young adults, or even for adults that are going to be coming, out of the service, we still need to sit down and have these conversations. But it all goes hand in hand. And knowing your numbers, as you know, even in business, is just so important. So again, if you want to set up some time with me to go over anything that I shared today, please reach out. But I was definitely excited to be able to bring you guys something new and something fresh. And being where I am, in the north part of Louisiana, we do have a military base. We have our Barksdale Air Force Base here. So we have a lot of military families here. I'm actually connected. I have military families. Some have retired. I have friends that their spouse re-enlisted and went back in, and been in the military since probably before they were even 20. So they're just like the stats, the numbers that I given today. But I am surrounded by a military community. And now, having the information that I have, I'll be able to have more enriched conversations with them, and really be able to help them. It just won't be coming from a, well, hey, I know you may need this, when you come out, or whatever. I'll be able to have a more engaging conversation, because I feel like I understand the military person's mindset, what's important to them. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I love having these conversations. I just want to say that if you want to be a part of Coffee and Conversations, or if you want to be a part of the Power Play TV that I have on my YouTube channel, please reach out to me and let me know. This video will also be uploaded on that. So if you're not following me on my YouTube channel, it's Power with 2 R's. So it's going to be Power Play TV. And I'm going to put that right down here. And that's on YouTube. Yes, on my YouTube channel. So please go and subscribe on there. But I thank you again. Thank you for tuning in. I love having these conversations that, they don't take a whole lot of time, or a lot of time from your day, but it's just one more thing that I can be able to give to you all. But again, I'm here. If you have questions, if you need help with getting a life insurance policy, definitely reach out. If you're a small business owner, if you have 2 or more employees in your business and you would love to add something, a benefit to them, please reach out to me about offering supplemental benefits. Disability benefits are always great to offer your employees, because this is their income protection. We can talk about life insurance things, cancer policies, all that good stuff. So if it's something that you want to add to add morale and to add something special to your benefit packet, please definitely reach out to me. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Have a prosperous week. And I am your financial advisor, LaToya Amos, with Power Management Group. You guys have a great week. Bye-bye.